Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is C. Miller. I'm the owner and chief editor at Sugar Publishing LLC, and this is Indie Author Insights, a platform where independent authors come back and they share knowledge that they've gotten throughout the publishing process with new authors or writers that are about to go through the publishing process to help them better understand some things that they might run into and give them some encouragement. So today, we're sitting here with Mr. TRonn Hicks, aka Simply Bad. How you doing, brother?
Man, it's a great day. I'm blessed. How are you, sir?
Man, I could not be better and so happy to have you here this evening.
Man, it's an honor to be here, and just thank you for being, that encouragement, that voice. Because in life there will be challenges, but you have to have a voice that says, you know what, let's get through it. Let's lock arms. Let's go. And you have truly been that. So I thank you for that.
I appreciate that. I humble myself. Likewise, my brother, you're just as encouraging, and you guys, it's like iron sharpen iron. That's why at Sugar Publishing, we try to encourage all the authors, push each other, help each other. When we post stuff, we share each other's stuff and kick it out there so we can gain that momentum. And it always reminds the other authors, hey, I got somebody else pulling for me. I'm not in this alone. So tell us a little bit about yourself and about your book, man.
All right, my man. So the name TRonn Hicks, aka Simply Bad. Simply Bad is the name that Mama gave me one day for being that little bad boy. That little 7-year-old bad boy running around the house. But little did I know that was going to catapult into a professional wrestling name that I'm still running with that name after retiring from wrestling 9 years ago. But I wrestled professionally for 18 years, and man, have had a great life during, after, and the present. So that's just it. And now a successful author, America's #1 life coach to our children and to adults, children of all ages. And so we just, in life, you need inspiration because there's enough negativity. And so many times we get caught up on listening to negativity that we forget that life is Proverbs 18:21. Life and death spoken the power of tongue. So if you say you sick, you sick. You say you well, you well. You speak victory or you speak defeat. It's all in your tongue. So that's one of the things that I encourage you all as new potential, not even new potential, because I'm gonna speak blessings over you. New writers, lock arms with C. Miller, lock arms with Sugar Publishing, because you can't go wrong. I mean, we're gonna speak life into you, and we're gonna push you. So if you don't want to be pushed, put on your Nikes anyway, because we coming.
That's right. That's right. Every step of the way. Flash that book, man, and tell us a little bit about it. What's the name of it?
Oh my gosh, man, this book right here, Succeeding When Others Don't Want You to. And when I tell you this book, man, and I'm not just saying it because it's my book, I'm saying it because when your 15-year-old son does a dissertation of your book and he breaks it down and he's like, Dad, throughout the book, you challenge us, you inspire us, you challenge us, you inspire us, you challenge us. And so many times, society has gotten us to a point where if you're challenged, that's wrong. No, hard work equals sweet success.
That's right.
You got to put in the work to get the right rewards that you're thriving for. I will share this with all of you. What I learned through the process of writing this book. So let me just give you a little background. I had told a gentleman that I got a third book in me. And he said, well, okay, about a year ago to this day, I was actually in the hospital doing an interview for the Cross Timbers Gazette. And when we were doing the interview, he was like, so where's that book? So the next thing I said, oh, okay. So I reached out to C. Miller and said, hey, man, we're going to do something right after the first of the year. And then when the ice storm came through Dallas and we had those 3 days, I had no power. We were using steam heat and the fireplace to stay warm. Man, I bundled up, got in some sweats, and got in here and wrote the last 10 chapters of this book. So when the lights came back on, I sent everything to C. Miller, and he was like, "We're ready to go to publishing. We're ready to go to publishing." So I share that with you to tell you what I learned through the process of writing, and this is book number 3. But what I've learned through the process, you got to do it. You have to do it. And when I say you have to do it, you have to write this book. You have to write your book. Stop procrastinating. Stop getting caught up on the TV, social media. I had no choice. I had to get the book done. And the reason why that you have to get your book done is because God is calling you to lift someone else up. What you have in you, He's trying to get you to share it with others so they can be better. And I challenge you, number one, just do it. I mean, sit down, write it, and don't worry about spell checking or anything like that. We got you. What you worry about is putting pen to paper, and because you never know what you got in you could save someone's life. And I'm being realistic about this because I have college students, I have high school students, I've got grandparents that are reading this book, and they're like, they haven't felt this fired up in ages about this book. And what it was, it took the good Lord to send an ice storm to get yours truly to finish his book. And then once I got it done, we will sell 1 million copies of this by May 24th of 2022.
Yes,
There's no
sir.
doubt in my mind. I'm not, and you know, you hear people talking about, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. No, y'all don't understand. The grind is real, but the rewards are sweeter than the grind, you know, and you got to be willing to do it. Second thing I learned is that when I came to Sugar Publishing, it was not a bunch of fluff and non-deliver. They over-delivered, and never promised anything that they couldn't do. So my challenge to you is never listen to anyone that isn't where you're already at. You know, I often tell the kids, a broke man can't tell me how to get rich, because if he could, he would tell himself.
That's right.
I say the same thing about anybody. Sugar Publishing, I mean, that's family. It's not even a friendship. It's not even a relationship. We're family, you know. So when I called C. Miller and the gang, and I asked them, you know, I remember, I think it was a few months ago, you had all of us. We did a meeting, and man, we fired each other up.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you got people up in Cincinnati and Chicago.
Yeah.
You got us here in Texas. You got we got people in Mississippi. Yeah. So we, you know, so the circle. See, let me share this with you, and then I'll be quiet. As you are growing, I challenge you, and I challenge you because this is something this is my staple. I challenge you to get out of the box and get into a circle. And the reason why I say get out of the box, so when you get in, so stop and think, try to visualize this. When you're in a box, you're closed in, okay? You're closed in. But when you come out of the box and you get into a circle, that allows your roots to grow. And then it allows you to grow to higher heights than you never thought you could grow. So get out of your box, get into the circle and grow. You stop and think about it. Now, what I just told you, if you really look at it, you are a tree. Sugar is the fertilizer that's going to help your roots grow to the level that you want to be upon. So make sure you jump on board. I mean, we rocking. You know, we rocking. We rock in. I mean, rock solid.
That's right.
Just had a book signing less than 48 hours ago, and we're booked to come back to do. I was told today, December 3rd and 4th.
Okay.
So we're coming back, and I told them. They said we're gonna be. They're excited about us coming back, and we're excited about being back because you know, faith without works is dead.
Right. That's right.
You gotta put in the work in order to reap the rewards.
You got to, man. I couldn't be more, man. I'm so happy for you right now, bro, and I can't wait to be out there alongside you. Oh man, the people responses to you, because a lot of times there's a misconception and people think it's not going to be just because you're a good writer. It's not going to be just because you've written a good book. You got to understand marketing, you got to understand presentation, you got to understand timelines, and you got to understand how to build the brand that people admire and trust. And I could tell the responses, you know, it was some people that didn't buy a book. They just knew you. They're like, oh my God, I know you, because of the way you're influencing the school systems in the area. You have a anti-bullying campaign, right? Tell them about it. Tell us a little bit about it.
So, man, 11 years ago, my now she's a freshman in college, came home one day and she said, Dad, I need you to come to the school and speak against bullying. And me being a parent, I'm thinking the obvious. I said, are you being bullied? She said, no, Dad, I'm not being bullied. She said, we have to be proactive instead of reactive. And so that right there was confirmation, because the Lord had told me a few months before that I was going to help this generation of children get back to see Him. And so my quest is is to work, because as a victim of bullying, I never let bullying control me once I got over the hump. And in life, you have to get over the hump. But once you get over the hump, you don't look back. Your feet are in front of you for a purpose. Your feet are in front of you so you can go to your destiny. And that's what I've been able to do, with the anti-bullying campaign. We're on the quest. By this time, by December 31st, we will have spoken to over 3 million people about bullying. And our success rate about bullying is incredible. And we've got, it's just the final four that we preach, and that we tell the children and the parents, and they're like, man. And most of the stuff that we are teaching, yeah, it's biblical, but it's also common sense.
That's right. That's right.
So there we go.
Yeah. And I guess we just can't take for granted that all children are being taught the same way. So, man, kudos to you for reaching out and stepping in and being that voice that the young people need to hear. So you do I know you're busy and you're going to school after school after school, but if there happens to be an educator listening and they say, hey, we got to get this guy to come to our school district to kind of, you're going to schools in Louisiana right now, you got some lined up for Oklahoma. Tell everybody how to get in touch with you.
So the most unique way is if you go to simplybad.com, simplybad.com, and then you can leave your response, or there's an answer there's a link that you can click on, to for questions, information. You can follow me on Twitter, simplybad simplybad13, Instagram simplybad03, TRonn TRONN HICKS @gmail.com. And trust and believe, when you have a smartphone and a nitwit like me, you can all that stuff comes right to it. So it's easy. If you hit me up, I'll hit you up. I'm just so excited because I got a text tonight that Hebron High School has chose me to come to speak at one of their encouragement events on November 19th, right before the kids get out for Thanksgiving. But here's the crazy thing. I'll be around the corner at Independent Elementary that morning. So it's like I'll leave the elementary school, go right to the high school. So, and this is what I love. Some people are like, I don't understand how you love kids. Trust and believe. Our kids are now. They're not the future. They are now. And if we pour into them now, they will be blessed later in life.
Right.
We got to pour into our babies. They're our babies, and we got to go back to the community standpoint. Where we, where like when we were growing up, Miss So and So could say something to you, and whether you liked it or not, you got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the days like that. Everybody in the neighborhood would be getting on you all the way from the corner store. Everybody all out the boy, you supposed to be. Man, we appreciate all you do, man. I'm so thankful that you came out to help us with this project. We hope and pray that it inspires a writer to go on to be an author. And don't be afraid. If you need some help, by all means, reach out. I am C. Miller. This is TRonn Hicks, and this has been Indie Author Insights. Hey. I'll take care.
Thank you.